We're in the gallery. Wasn't like this when we were here.
No, it wasn't.
No. Was it good for you?
Christchurch? Yeah, I think I was very lucky to come to Christchurch. I came from Scarborough Primary School. I loved sport there, but didn't do anything academic. Came here, didn't do much academic here, started in 4C, I think, but fantastic school.
I knew I'd seen you somewhere.
Yeah. 4C,
that's where I started.
Yeah.
Plummeted to 4D. But you climbed.
I was useless at everything else. Got 36% for leaving economics.
Well, you beat me, I got 7.
Oh, well, that's, yeah, actually.
Sorry, no, economics, I got 3% for economics.
I not only beat you, I killed you.
Yes. 7 was for something else. No, I don't remember you as being academic either. I remember you for your lovely tailored pants.
All right.
and your amazing ability with the yo-yo.
Oh.
You were incredible.
I won a crate of Coca-Cola for yo-yoing and managed to get shortlisted for the Coca-Cola yo-yo competition, which was held in His Majesty's Theatre, I think.
How did you go there?
Not well. I couldn't do the loop-the-loop that day.
Oh, no.
Failed on loop-the-loop.
Yeah.
But apart from that, baby in the cradle, everything else worked well.
Yeah, you could do everything. And the dog in the manger, and the horse over the stable.
Yeah, you obviously weren't a yo-yo man yourself.
Just making it up now. So, where did you get those tailored pants from?
Those tailored pants. Well, my father worked for Foy and Gibson in town. Of course, they don't exist now. And I think, everything was about money, and I think the Christchurch pants were more expensive than the ones I were given by my parents. Well, but, I mean, in the end, I didn't really like them because I think I was...
What do you remember of the boarding people? Do you remember thinking, who are these wild and crazy, brutal-looking boys up there on the hill?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it as a them and us thing with boarding. I had good mates in the boarding house. Maybe they stuck together a bit more, but don't remember a divide.
You're a school prefect in your final year, captain of cricket, of course. And do you pass your leaving a matric and go straight to university?
Yeah, I passed. I got distinctions in maths and sciences, but failed English. And as you'll remember, John, you were good at English. But as you will remember, in those days, maybe it's the same today, if you didn't pass English, you couldn't go to university.
No, in fact, I failed English because I, along with a couple, I think Philip Snook and a couple, probably Brett Jones, I got up early that morning, went down to Cottesloe and stole Don McDonald's board from the back of the garage, surfed until about 7, ran all the way back to school and fell asleep in English. And I think
in the exam,
finished up with that.
Good.
No, 45% was one of my highest marks.
Well, you remember Furry Beatson? He's older than us, but Furry, I see him around a bit now, but I admire him to this day because he's the only person I've ever seen walk into an examination with thongs on, having clearly just come from the beach. Wow. That I will never forget.
No, I didn't have that. And then you disappear. You just go, and nobody hears from you again until now. And here you are now, and everyone's saying, "Geoff Laurent, where's he been? What's he been doing?"
Yeah, I mean, I coached Uni Footy Club for a few years, which was great fun. Yeah, look, I went to France. I always knew I'd leave Perth for a while, and as much as I loved it, and had very good friends here, which I've maintained, but I went to France. I've got some French relatives. I always wanted to live in France, so I went to France, lived there for a year, working at a research institute in the middle of France, and that really began a bit of a love of Europe.
So your degree from UWA is a Bachelor of PhD or BSc?
BSc, and then I did a PhD after that. So I had a PhD from the University of Western Australia, with some time spent in England. But I mean, I've then went and lived in Europe for 36 2 or 3 years.
2 years, and you had children.
But
how many children did you have?
Yeah, 3 children. But you know what? I remember seeing Jamie Lowe in a pub, and he said, "G'day, Geoff, I haven't seen you for years." And I said, "Yeah, no, good to see you, Jamie." He said, "Yeah, but gee, you look a bit thin. You don't look very well." And so, I mean, anyway, we had a good conversation.
Head of the Lung Institute.
Yeah.
You came back because of the job. You got the.
Yeah, I came back to head a new centre for regenerative medicine, and then since I've been back, I've acquired the job as the head of lung as well. The lung
You're
institute.
building a little.
Not really. I mean, they were desperate to get someone to lead this new institute, so I'm covering it. It's what I did in London. I was the head of a lung research institute there, so it was.
And how are your lungs, by the way?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
Could be better.
Could be. So you've married a WA girl who went to Loreto.
Yes.
Exactly, I remember her. She was friends with some friends of mine.
Yeah, Lal Bailey in those days.
So you take her to Europe.
Yeah.
You leave her there.
Yeah.
And you come back with somebody new from France. And what are you doing in Europe? What are you working on? What is it? What is it going to help us? Those of us who have been smoking ever since, for example, I don't know if Jamie Lowe's still smoking, but you know, these guys who obviously have got respiratory issues. Are you working on something that can be of assistance to them?
Yeah, I wish I hadn't mentioned Jamie Lowe and smoking, because one of my worst memories of the worst thing I did was to dog Jamie into smoking when I was a slightly self-righteous prefect. But anyway, I hope he's forgiven me. But
you're not with us. Anything you want to remember? You want to ask Jamie to forgive you? Of course, we know that.
Yeah. Well,
anything else?
Look, I just wish you a really good night, and I hope it goes extremely well. And
is it night? Isn't it a lunch, Andrew?
Oh,
it's a lunch.
It's a lunch.
It's a lunch. We'll probably still be there at night.
Enjoy the lunch, and